Map? Francie, nasa ng kids? Field trip daw pero walang permit. Aralin ay kasaysayan pero paraning ba destination yan? Healthy daw pag may napangkit pero bakit bigla silang missing indeed? Edukasyon ba o special ops? Supermain on it, Chile, da teka pause. Kid and nap, kid and nap. Healthy pag hiwalay, delikado pag match. Francie, nasa ng kids? Nasaan na sila? Kid, nap, padi ka kumikibo. Supermind on it, Chile, the frontline sa rally. Pero batang student mo missing in tally. Sa libro may palaging bida pero sa akin sila dinadala. Real education sabi mo sa tao pero ba't nasa bundok mga batang bago? May diploma ba sa revolution o diploma lang sa manipulation? Sabi nila healthy daw ang kid, may oras ng ape daw. Pero Francie, wait lang, serious talk. Kid plus nap, abay dangerous yan. Kid and nap, kid and nap. Healthy pag hiwalay, delikado pag match. Francie, nasa ng kids? Nasaan na sila? Kid, nap, badi ka kumikibo. Bawal magsalita, di raw totoo, pero mga magulang ba'y payag dito? Real education nga ba ang sagot? O kidnap sa pangarap, planado't pulido? It is healthy for a kid to have a na, pero kidnap. Francie, saan ka nagkagap? Kid and nap, kid and nap. Friends, game over, may natrap. Superman nitidilada, ano ang iyong sagot? Kid, nap, huli ka na sa plot. Kid, nap. Francie, kailangan mo yata mag-explain ng sapat.
Feeling mo ba medyo sketchy ang justice system sa lugar mo?
Justice in the country is kind of questionable.
Nangangamba ka ba na biglang magka-free travel abroad nang walang paalam mula sa local court mo?
Sa atin, may masama ba na ang DOJ ang nagsilbi bilang competent judicial authority?
Hindi exclusive kay Digong yan.
Bibit-bitin mo siya physically papunta sa plane.
Baka ikaw na ang next lucky winner. Tingnan mo si former President Duterte. Hindi siya ready sa surprise state kidnapping. Sa mundong puro plot twist, hindi mo alam kung kailan ikaw ang bida o kontrabida. Kaya dapat laging handa. Dahil baka ikaw na ang susunod na contestant sa ICC Got Talent. Introducing Interpol Kit, ang ultimate emergency bag. Always packed, always ready. Just in case bigla kang isama sa isang government-chartered flight. Remember,
Yes, because we believe in the Interpol.
in Interpol we trust. Ito na ang ultimate survival bag para sa mga unexpected government-sponsored vacation. Interpol Kit. Dahil sa panahon ngayon, better safe than sorry, or worse, trending.
Yo, shoutout sa inyong lahat. O, ito na. Tama natawa ako dito kay Jonvic eh. Wala raw siya sinasabing plano. Dapat kayo nag-invoke ng executive Hindi ko gets. Tama, pakinggan natin.
In both mainstream and social media. Elections in Hong Kong, as well as his return to the country, was a public knowledge since it was heavily reported in both mainstream and social media. It is utterly unacceptable and unfair that my name is being dragged into an alleged grand conspiracy. I firmly deny any allegations of a grand conspiracy. In fact, the events in March 11 were spontaneous. As National Security Advisor, were spontaneous. In fact, the events in March 11
Spontaneous daw.
were spontaneous. As National Security Advisor, I was merely doing my job. However, I face all these accusations against my honor and integrity with firm resolve, knowing that I am on the side of the truth, and I was simply doing what I had to do. And in doing so, I upheld the truth, justice, and the rule of the law. Again, my loyalty is always to the country, to the Constitution, and not to any person. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Salamat, Secretary.
yan na.
Subalit sa kabila nito, nagsalita po ang ating mahal na Secretary Jonvic na
Sige, pogi. Yan kasi pogi ka ng papogi. Kung may nidnap kayo, huwag niyong sasabihin, huwag niyong pagyayabang. Face na, opinion lang. Nagtatanong lang mga clear. Kung may nidnap kayo, huwag niyong sasabihin, huwag niyong pagyayabang. Kayo naman,
ang nagplano po rito, o yung pagkaintindi namin, ang nagplano ay kayo.
I would like
Secretary
to answer that.
Anyo, Secretary Gibo Chodoro, at ang pinangalan, ang Chief PNP, General Marbil. Parang apat yung pinangalanan sa isang interview ng ating Secretary ng DILG.
Can I answer that, ma'am?
Yes, please.
Yes,
You're
please.
recognized.
The question was, who planned this? I did not state in any way who planned it.
What were you planning? Lunch? Lunch? Dinner? What were you planning then? And not only that, yung utol mo, lalo kang pinahamak.
The meeting was of executive privilege.
Salamat, Mary Joyce ko.
It is a conversation between the president and the ones I mentioned. There was.
So what exactly did you say? Ano sinabi po ninyo?
They
Ang
asked me-
pagkaintindi namin, itong apat na pinangalanan, ang siyang nagplano. Kasi
Ma'am, we're already invoking
namin.
executive privilege in this matter.
Yes.
We are invoking executive privilege. So may nagplano ka. Why? Kung walang katotohanan yun, why would you invoke it? Ano yung kailangan yung invoke ng executive privilege? Hindi ko gets. Boying, explain it. Tol, okay lang ako eh. Pumasok ka, tol eh. Tol, okay naman ako, tol eh. Pinasok mo yung executive privilege eh. Di lang tayo nahalata. Kaya ko eh. Kaya ko lusutan eh. Tol naman eh. Nangano ka, tol eh. Kaya lusutan nga eh. We had a very good plan but sablay. Wag na, pwede na dyan sabihin. Huli pero hindi ko lang. Hindi ba? Wala naman palang ganon. Walang nangyaring ganon. Walang ganong klaseng claim. Why are you invoking for executive privilege? For what? Pinakitaan ng interview. Tingnan natin ha.
We're invoking executive privilege in
Di
this.
maraming involved sa drugs sa Cavite. Kaya siguro time for revenge mga... Oy! Na akong ganyan sinasabi ha. Bastos ka.
That's fine, but it's in the interview. And it's
Yes, ma'am.
I-
It goes as far as the interview, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What? It goes as far as the interview? So you were planning something? I mean, BBM. Meet Family Reunion. Hello, Paul Luping. Salamat. Ano?
Executive privilege in this matter.
Yes.
We're invoking executive privilege in this.
Yes, that's fine, but it's
Excessive privilege.
in the interview. And it's
Yes, ma'am.
I-
It goes as far as the interview, ma'am.
Yes.
It goes as far as the interview, ma'am. So it is connected. So it is, you were planning something. Yung in-invoke niyong mga pangalan were true, but that's it. Ito naman, wag mo ako ilaglag. So totoo ngang may plano. Why would you invoke executive, privilege? Why would you do that? Grabe naman. Parang
Yes, ma'am.
yes, I'd like to understand.
mas maraming pa pala, tol. Mas malalim pa pala. Nag-mess up si little bro. Sinasalo ni kuya. Kaso lalo na pahamak.
I think your brother was trying
I
to
did not
explain
state in any
what he
way.
said in the interview, and I'm happy
They
to
asked
hear
me
it.
if I planned it. I said it was not me. There were other people in the room. but
Yeah.
we did not discuss any plans of any arrest.
Saan ang
Yeah, hindi naman natin pag-uusapan yung plans and arrest. Right?
galing yung mga pangalan na ito?
Ma'am, that again is executive privilege. Ma'am, let me
Pero-
That again is executive privilege? Salamat, Neil. So, it really happened then. Because whatever they say sa hearing, makakapekto sa habeas corpus filed by Duterte siblings. Nagtitirahan on cam magkapatid.
other people in the room, but we did not discuss any plans of any arrest.
Saan ang
Yeah, wala nga plans, walang arrest.
galing yung mga pangalan na ito?
Ma'am, that again is executive privilege. Ma'am, let
Pero
me explain.
nang-
Ma'am.
That again is executive privilege. Sure. But you're just confirming it. Doc Chris? Why spill the tea? Parang akap lang. Kaya nga.
Ma'am, let me
Nandun
explain
sa
first, ma'am.
interview po eh.
Yes,
Ang
ma'am.
liwanag
Let me explain first, ma'am. We were discussing rumors of an impending arrival.
Oh, rumors. You were planning. You planned all of it tungkol sa rumors. Ay, pare. Narinig mo na ba yung Narinig mo na ba yung chismis? Ganun ba? Oo, tol. Narinig ko yung chismis. Narinig mo rin ba? Oo, tol. Tawagin natin si Anyo. Anyo! Narinig mo na ba yung chismis? Oo. Tara, planuhin natin. Ang alin? Yung chismis. Oh. So you are invoking executive privilege doon sa plano nyo na mag-act doon sa chismis. Amazing! What a logic!
Parang hindi yung ganun ang dating sa amin eh. Ang pagkaintindi
that is
namin,
the whole
apatan
truth,
ng plano.
That is all.
That's the whole truth. Kapag ka nag-invoke na ng truth, wala na. Alam na.
We were discussing rumors.
You planned ahead of gossip. Gossip Central, tama. Rumors pero 7K pulis sa lubong, correct. They acted out on chismis. Parang si Yusek. Di ba? Mapagkakatiwalaan niya Rappler. Oh.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Patugtog na lang natin para maintindihan ha.
Oh, patugtog.
What was and who was really on top of this? Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the president, it was you and the president.
Yes.
So ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman.
Hindi naman. Sa chismis? So parang gusto mong ganito, no? Ayaw niyang i-take yung lahat ng credit. No? Gusto niya may magpaka-humble. Pero by doing that, he's gonna drag more names. Nice. Tinatry mo magpaka-humble doon sa pag-act nyo sa chismis? Oh my goodness.
It's a group effort. Secretary Chidoro was there. Secretary Anyong was there too. And
Huli pero hindi kulong. Admission na yung mismo.
press group effort. Secretary Chidoro was there. Secretary Anyong was there too. And the president and I.
And the president was there? Okay.
So, hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang natira. Stand by that, ma'am.
Hindi naman ako. Yung papogi ka kasi ng papogi. Tingnan natin yan. On point with Pinky Web. On point with Pinky Web. Jonvic. Ito yun, di ba?
Happy? Were you satisfied
Oh, yes. Sino man di matutukan yan?
with yung mga Duterte supporters?
And, kasi, hindi expect walang naiwan
Okay.
in his location. soldier and he's a gentleman. So he served this role and they
Bante.
Quickly, no, itong red notice, itong arrest warrant. Can you
No.
quickly explain? Welcome back. You're watching On Point.
Ito ba yan?
Itong arrest warrant. Can you quickly explain this to us? Dahil nung una ata, red notice ang ipinakita. Tama ho ba yun? Tapos pagdating ng Villamor, yung arrest warrant, would that be correct?
Yes, the red notice came at 3 a.m.
May red notice daw eh. Red notice na na-notice ni Sen Imee na hindi red notice. Unang-una, walang color yung ano eh, di ba? Red notice to may nagsisinungaling!
Tuesday morning. I received it 3 a.m.
Red notice daw eh.
Actually, General Marbil and PCTC received it, forwarded to me, and I forwarded it to the President. But the President woke up at 6:30. Then he said, okay, set the wheels into motion. So we deployed everyone. Then I was in the palace by 9 a.m.
But you've been ready since when?
Since Monday.
Not even.
It's been ready since Monday. Wait. Monday. So, 13 since Monday. So, 10. 10 ba? Tama ba? Tama ba? Kailan ba to? So, March 13 to. That's 10. So, 10. Okay.
Even Sunday?
No, because we didn't know.
Even if Senator Sonny Trillanes was saying that
That's the problem. There is the President and the entire government had no contact with the ICC. Senator Trillanes
Is that a fact, sir?
It's a fact. It's a fact. There is no back. The President and the entire government had no contact with the ICC.
Oh, wala daw contact ha? Wala daw contact. Pero nandun sa letter ha? Nandun sa letter ha? Wala daw contact pero nandun sa letter. Okay.
Senator Trillanes
Is that a
not,
fact, sir?
It's a fact. It's a fact. There is no back channel. There is none. It is only Senator Trillanes and I forgot this
So, si Trillanes ulit. Oh, gets.
lady Conti yata last
Attorney
name?
Conti.
I think they were the only
Christina
ones.
Conti.
So we
Cool.
had no formal direct communication. And so, to me at least, I thought it was all conjecture. Because
Matagal na rin kasi pinag-uusapan that
Tagal
an
eh.
arrest warrant was
Oo eh.
forthcoming. But then, of course, that question on, or suspicion, sir, when the former president went to Hong Kong, doon mas umugong po yung balita.
yes, because apparently the arrest warrant was signed
March 7.
March 7.
Yes. Correct. Okay, try.
But again, nobody saw it.
But you saw it, you said, that Tuesday
Yes.
at 3 in the morning.
Yes.
And then you set the wheels in motion. So, red notice po yung unang ipinakita, tama ho ba, sir? Pplano?
Notice of, hindi siya. Ang red notice is extreme urgency.
Okay.
So hindi red notice. Magulo. At least kinorek niya dito. Okay. Sige. Kung pogi. Tama.
Wala is notice, warrant of, notice of warrant of arrest.
Okay. And then, pinakita ho ba yun sa Pplano pa lang? O paglabas po niya? Pinakita na.
He was informed by
He woke up at 6:30 but received the 1:03 a.m. from sa LG in the morning. That did not add up. 3 a.m. in the morning, received the warrant 3 a.m. from SILG in the morning. Hindi, tama naman. Na-receive niya yon, doon niya lang nalaman. He woke up ng, pwede naman.
PCTC head Alcantara, and he obliged when he exited for the Prosecutor General read his rights, and he said that he understood.
But his rights were read in Villamor.
I think it was on the tube or
Was it
outside
in
the
the
tube.
tube?
Sure
Correct?
about the exact timeline?
Okay.
I think it was on the tube or
Was it
outside
in
the
the
tube.
tube?
Yeah, I think outside. He was met outside the tube. Yes.
And the Miranda rights were
They
read
ran the
to
rights,
him.
and he acknowledged that he understood.
I see.
And then sumama siya willingly to Villamor.
Pero yun po talaga ang plano. Villamor ho talaga siya
Yes,
dadalhin.
Villamor talaga.
Bakit?
It was the most secure place, the most easy to contain.
Yun daw talaga yung plano eh.
Hard.
Plano ng 10. Anong oras ba dumating si ano? Anong oras ba dumating si Duterte?
To access for everyone else, small entrance, and it was beside the plane that was going to be used to extract him out of the Philippines.
Because you said you found out about this at Tuesday 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and the jet was ready. At what time?
11
A.m.
a.m.
How
Wait, 9 tapos
jet you said you found out about this at Tuesday 3 a.m. and the jet was ready. At what time?
Tuesday. So 11. Okay.
11
A.m.
a.m.
How fast was it for the government to secure
No,
it?
the funny part was, Monday when we were planning to use
Monday when we were planning. So they received it on Monday. They were planning, right?
the old Malacanang jet, the Hawker 125, which would have taken 8 stops and 27 hours to get to the Netherlands.
Because of refueling.
Yes, because of refueling issues. So, someone had mentioned that we had
Monday planning, tama? Freudian slip, Monday daw yung planning, they were planning.
the president has leased ours on a G550. And they said, why don't we use that? And then
What does that mean, leased hours on a...
the president, the Philippines doesn't own a G550, so you buy ours on the plane. So when the president has short trips abroad, they use that plane.
Kumbaga nirerentahan.
Nirentahan
And
lang.
this was rented?
Yes, rented.
To the tune, how much? How
I
much
don't
did government
know.
have to pay?
Sabi 11,000 daw.
I'm not privy to the details of how much
Baka panggas lang yung 11,000.
plane rentals are.
So, because there are reports that so-and-so actually owns this plane, sino hong may-ari ng
I
aeroplano?
didn't see. All I saw was it's a BVI company and it was there. So I've never ridden that plane before, so hindi ko talaga alam kung sino may-ari.
No politician, no businessman?
I don't think so.
Well, surely a businessman because if it's being rented out,
probably,
right?
yeah.
Pero hindi po may kinalaman sa politika. Sir, bakit po nagtagal ng ganon? When he was there at 11 a.m. and he left at 11 p.m.
I can give you the political answer. I'll give you the real answer.
Give me the real one, sir. Okay.
When you fly international, you
Political real
have to
answer.
get overland rights to fly over the countries. That means you have to get Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, India, Oman, UAE, Cairo, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and then European Union. So 9 permission, and it's a cascade.
So Monday yan Interesting. Okay, interesting. So Monday yan Pero sabi mo 9 a.m. Ano ba sabi niya kanina? Teka. Teka, ano ba sabi niya kanina? Nakuha niya yon Monday, right? Monday, di ba? Monday ng 3 a.m. 6:30 siya nagising. Pumunta siya sa presidente ng 9, right? Tama ba? 3 a.m. Tuesday? 3 a.m. Tuesday ba? Yung ba sabi niya? March 11, 3 a.m. Teka nga. It's not adding, gagi. Hindi nga nag-a-add.
Vietnam.
Because of refueling.
Yes, because of refueling issues. So,
The government to secure it?
no, the funny part was, Monday when we were planning to use.
Oh, yun Monday when we were planning. When we were planning.
No, the funny part was, Monday when we were planning.
Monday when we were planning. Monday. That's Monday, right?
To use the old Malacanang jet, the Hawker 125, which would have taken 8 stops and 27 hours to get to the Netherlands.
Okay,
Paul
tayo
Point still with us. And here, can you quickly explain this to us? Dahil nung una at warrant, would that be correct?
Yeah.
Tama ho ba yun? Tas,
This came at 3 a.m. Tuesday morning.
Okay. Okay.
I received it 3 a.m. Actually, General Marbil and PCTC received it, forwarded to me, and I forwarded it to President. But the President woke up at 6:30.
The President woke up at 6:30.
He said, okay, set the wheels
So 3 a.m. niya na-receive, 6:30 nagising ang Presidente. Okay.
motion. So we deployed everyone. Then I was in the palace by 9 a.m.
But you've been ready since when?
Since Monday.
Not even Sunday?
No, because we didn't know.
Even if Senator Sonny Trillanes was saying
Okay, since Monday pa siya ready. Okay, okay.
that there's
That's the problem. There is the President and the entire government had no contact with the ICC. Senator Trillanes
Is that a fact, sir?
It's a fact. It's a fact. There is no back channel. There is none.
Monday siya ready, Tuesday dumating, and then, so yung sinasabi niya sigurong planning is yung Monday. Okay. Let's go back. Okay.
Last man standing doon sa Malacanang.
I stand by that.
Kasi Secretary Isidoro was working out of his office.
Napakaliwanag po ng sinabi
Yes, ma'am.
ninyo. Wala
Secretary
namang
Anyo, of
mapakiyaw-kiyaw
course,
dun sa
Special
sinabi.
Police Intelligence.
Yes, ma'am.
Patayin na muna natin. Pakaliwanag naman ang sabi ninyo, hindi ako mag-isa kahit ako ang kasama ng presidente nung nagsalita
Yes, ma'am.
sa press con, hindi ako mag-isa ang nagplano. Isang grupo kami. Tapos pinangalanan mo.
No, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo
I state, ma'am, again, executive privilege, but
Oh! Hey, Iberen, salamat. Yagi. Salamat. Oh, galing sa psychologist. Salamat. Alam ko na pinag-aawayan nila. Red na red, oh. Alam ko na. Tinatanggi ni Anyo na nagplano siya ng Monday. Pero ang claim kasi ni Jonvic doon is Monday. Right? Tama ba? Tingnan natin.
There's only Senator Trillanes and I forgot this lady. The president has leased ours on a G550. I can give you the political answer. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Yun nga po, but it would have taken so many surprises during that petition,
not
because I
yet.
think you're being asked to be out.
It was described as surgical
Ayun ang red notice.
and precise, but they didn't see the chaos inside the palace. We didn't know what we were doing. It was on the fly. We didn't know about the overland permits. We had prepared his detention.
Ano na po, in flight na po,
We
the
I think he remembers it. You saw his voice during the press con. He was very tentative. He really didn't want to do it. Secretary Anyo was there too. And the president.
and who was really on top of this?
We're a party of 12, if I'm not mistaken.
You can mili na sumama sa dating Pangulo sa Villamor Air Base. Who was given authority to say, you can bring this, and this person?
Lahat sila pinayagan. Lahat ng kasama niya sa Pplano, I think they were a party of 12, if I'm not mistaken. Sumama sa coaster at sumama sa Villamor.
Lahat po yun.
Lahat sila.
Wala pong naiwan.
Walang naiwan.
Okay. And was that the plan from the very
Yes, from the
beginning?
very
What
beginning.
was, and who was really on top of this?
What was that was the plan at the very beginning, and who stopped?
Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the president, it was you and the president.
Yes.
So ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman. It was a group effort. Secretary Isidoro was there. Secretary Anyo was there too. And the president and I. So, hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang natira last man standing doon sa Malacanang. Kasi Secretary Isidoro was working out of his office sa Camp Aguinaldo. Secretary Anyo, of course, his specialty is intelligence. So he was gathering all the information in his source, in his location. So ako lang ang nasa Malacanang.
Was it a little odd or hard, I guess, for Secretary Anyo, sir? Knowing that, of course, he
I
was
think so.
part of the
I think
Duterte administration.
he still shares some affection for the former president. They had a very good working relationship.
Okay. I think I can reconcile this. Sige nga, tuloy natin.
Ma'am,
Walang executive privilege kasi binunyag na
I
ninyo sa
must
TV.
state it very clear as I stated very clear, that there was no mastermind. We were discussing mainly about what the president's statements were in Hong Kong, and it was based all on that statement, ma'am.
Sinabi
We were discussing mainly about what the president's statements were in Hong Kong, and it was based all on that statement, ma'am.
sinabi
They're not acting on rumors. No, you're not acting on rumors. Kasi at that time, sa pagkaplano, supposedly, yun na yung araw na yun eh. Right? You're not acting on rumors. That's a lie. Pwede mo sabihin na you're acting on rumors kung you're talking about Monday. So, if you're talking about Monday, then si Anyo yung nagsisinungaling. Kasi ang claim ni Anyo is nung araw lang na yon. Spontaneous daw eh. Yun yung araw na yon. Bakit mo ngayon i-defend yung sarili mo sa acting on rumors? Huli ka, gompogi. Huli pero hindi kulong. Huli ka. Tignan mo ha, is incoherent eh. Ang bintang sa'yo is ganito. Monday pa lang, alam mo na at nagplano kayo. Yun yung bintang sa'yo. Yun yung accusation sa'yo. Okay? Ngayon, ang sabi ni Anyo, hindi. Nung araw mismo na yon, so Tuesday. Right? Nung Tuesday na yon, dun lang kayo nagplano. Ang sinasabi ni Anyo. Okay? So, tiyanong ka ngayon, sino yung sinasabi mo nagplano kayo? Dapat na sagot doon, yes, nagplano kami that day. Bakit mo ngayon i-depensa yung sarili mo based on the idea na nagkaplano kayo based on rumors? It's no longer a rumor that day. Na-receive mo nga ng 3 a.m. eh. 6:30 bumangon, nasa Malacanang ka ng 9 a.m. 11 yung pagdali. So paano ka you're acting on rumor? Kung you're acting on rumor, if that's true, that was on Monday, nagsisinungaling si Anyo. Naigas you guys? The only rumor here is the day before. Right? Nagigits niyo yung point? So, either, tama ka, dahil hindi ka Ganito yan. Either tama ka, gobpogi. Ito yung bitter pill to swallow. Kung tama ka, nagsisinungaling si Anyo. Bakit? Hindi ka naman kasi magkakamaling sabihin yon. Kumbaga, there's no, I'm trying to find the way na bakit ka magsisinungaling about doon. I think, mas paniniwala ako yung sinasabi mo. Kasi yan ay dulas. Wala naman yan sa cover-up. Maaari mo lang i-cover up dyan is hindi namin alam. Let's take that. Sabi natin hindi mo alam talaga, Tuesday mo lang nalaman. So you were planning na nung Monday. Tama? Pero you were planning, based on that, is kasama mo na sila. Pero tinatanggi nga, nakasama siya. On the day lang daw, doon siya nagplano, kasama. Pero you're defending yourself as you're acting on rumors. Edwards knows, red flag talaga pag pogi. Salamat. So dyan pa lang, may inconsistencies ka na. Masakit talaga isipin na totoo naman.
Sabi ninyo na hindi kayo mag-isa na nagplano, kundi isang
There was no
grupo.
planning, ma'am.
Pero yun ang sabi eh.
I said, hindi ako nagplano. Marami
May
kaming-
isang grupo.
Huwag mo na itanggi yung there was no planning. There was planning on that day. Kasi nga, di ba, nag-usap-usap nga yun, tinignan nyo pa yung mga permission na kukunin nyo, di ba? Kung kailangan yung secure yung parang 7 ba yun? Yung, UAE, blah, 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 right? Kaya ngayon, parang ang naging napili ngayon is yung G550. Kasi parang isang stopover lang yata yon. Tapos rekta na, right? So, may plano. Pero on that day. Pero bakit mo nidipensang walang plano? Kasi Monday. Yari! Oh.
Grupo na nagplano.
We were all talking about a rumor, ma'am, and that was all.
Oh, we were talking all about the rumor. How is that? Paanong rumor? That day nga yun. Hindi yun rumor. Kasi that day, na-receive nyo na. So yung pagkaplano na yun is on that day. Mali eh. Nagsisinungaling ka na, totoo pa eh.
Rumor lang yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Group effort ang sabi mo eh. Ang tanong niya kung ikaw ang nagplano, tapos sabi mo,
There was no
hindi,
planning,
group
ma'am.
effort.
There was no planning, ma'am.
There was.
Yung anong
Earlier,
in-effort ng group
ma'am,
kapag
Nagchismisan sila.
hindi
let
plano?
me make
I think that we're intruding into executive privilege already, ma'am. I think that we please
No, I'm
respect
just
our...
asking him to explain the media.
Yes, ma'am. But it's already a very thin dividing line between what transpires in a room between cabinet members
I will-
and a media statement. But as of
Yeah, pero hindi naman tinatanong doon yung laman. Ang tinatanong lang, kayo ba yon magkakasama nagplano? Yes or no lang. Nandun na rin naman eh. Nasa public na rin. Sinabi na rin nagpapogi kasi. Wala naman sinasabing laman kung ano yung pinlano nyo or whatever. Tinatanong lang, so kasama nyo nga siya nagplano. Ang defense niya, hindi, rumor lang yung inaanuhan namin. So kung rumor yon Monday. So kung rumor yon ang pinag-usapan nyo, Monday. Kasi kung Tuesday, hindi mo dapat i-deny na nagplano kayo. So ang nasa isip mong tanong, ang dinidepensa mo, nagiging defensive ka sa Monday. Yun yung ginagamitan nyo ng executive privilege. Next you guys?
very thin dividing line, ma'am.
Yes, Monday is rumor. Correct. Di talik sa group project siguro.
I hope that we can respect executive privilege.
Understood, and the Senate and the Secretary Chodoro is fully aware. Every time there's a need to recess to
Pinapakonfirm lang naman yung statement. Correct.
executive session, I'm happy to do so, and I will do so when necessary. Pero ngayon, sinabi kasi sa TV, paliwanag naman ninyo sa atin kung ano ibig sabihin. Kasi ang sinabi, hindi ako mag-isa na nagplano, may grupo kami.
They asked me if I had planned it. Sabi ko, I did not plan it. I said we were there, and not to skirt, ma'am, executive privilege. It was mainly because of the statements of the former president in Hong Kong that he said, in his words, ma'am, in Hong Kong, that, I think you have a clip, he said that, ang reading ko ay may ICC.
Sinungaling. Kinontent ng PCO, USEC nyo yan eh. Tapos sasabihin nyo, ang galing talaga, no? Kinontent ng PCO, USEC nyo yan. Bago pa magsalita si Duterte. Nasa Rappler na yan. Tapos sabihin dahil sinabi ni President Duterte. So for some reason yun yung pinagkatiwalaan nyo. May pinagluloko nyo talaga kami, no? Hot potato, hapas double siya eh. Wala silang Viber? Wala yata, wala. Kinontent yan. Parang 10 minutes after nung lumabas sa Rappler. Kinontent ng USEC nyo yan, USEC ng PCO. Tapos sinabi pa dun sa ni J. Ruiz, iba-backtrack natin yan, apakasinungaling nyo.
Warrant of arrest na. That was the best of my recollection, ma'am.
So anong pinag-group
That's the best of my regular.
effortan? Anong
To
diniscuss
discuss the rumor,
ng
ma'am.
grupo na
That, again, ma'am,
pinangalanan nyo?
as far
Sorry.
as I will invoke in executive privilege, there was no, you cannot plan on a rumor, ma'am.
Kaya nagtatanong
You cannot plan on a rumor. Sir, kayo nakakaya si Gov Pogi. Kaya nga eh, alam mo, patay ng asawa ko kasi eh. Lagi niya pa naman inaabangan yan. Tuwan-tuwa pa naman asawa ko dito kay Gumpogi. Pprrd, the most trusted news source in the Philippines.
Tataka ako,
again,
bakit group effort? Chismis lang naman yun.
Chismis nga. Ayun
Yun na nga,
yun.
kung chismis, bakit mag-group effort pa? Tapos pinangalanan mo
Ma'am,
pa lahat na
maraming
nagpag-group
marites sa
effort.
mundo to, ma'am. It was,
Dabis naman yung marites, dami-daming
it
marites
was a
sa amin.
discussion of a rumor based on the statement of the president in Hong Kong.
Lie. Pinaliwanag ko sa inyo kanina. That's bullshit.
Feeling mo ba medyo sketchy ang justice system sa lugar mo?
Justice in the country is kind of questionable.
Nangangamba ka ba na biglang magka-free travel abroad nang walang paalam mula sa local court mo?
Sa atin, may masama ba ng DOJ ang nagsilbi bilang competent judicial authority?
Hindi exclusive kay Digong yan.
Bibit-bitin mo siya physically papunta sa plane.
Baka ikaw na ang next lucky winner. Tingnan mo si former President Duterte. Hindi siya ready sa surprise state kidnapping. Sa mundong puro plot twist, hindi mo alam kung kailan ikaw ang bida o kontrabida. Kaya dapat laging handa dahil baka ikaw na ang susunod na contestant sa ICC Got Talent. Introducing Interpol Kit, ang ultimate emergency bag. Always packed, always ready. Just in case bigla kang isama sa isang government-chartered flight. Remember,
Yes, because we believe in the Interpol.
in Interpol we trust. Ito na ang ultimate survival bag para sa mga unexpected government-sponsored vacations. Interpol Kit. Dahil sa panahon ngayon, better